Yeah.
Feeling great.
A lot of
obviously
sense.
Took some time off for a bit to like celebrate and relax.
Dude, I heard
but
people
we're back on the grind, so it feels good. But the job's not finished.
And we saw Shotzi at the Founding Fathers Land, saw him alongside Banks and Leauge having a blast. It was so fun for us to watch. But were you guys concerned at all that maybe you would slip without getting as much practice as some of the other teams?
We only practiced one day.
No, not really. I feel like I'm the type of guy to be like quality over quantity. So for me, as long as we're going hard in practice, like the days we get, and continue to actually stay on top of like our mistakes and stuff like that, I don't really trip. But I mean, if it was like extra days, maybe. But like I said, I'm quality over quantity. So.
Of course, Kenny, and congratulations not only on this win, but on the win previously in Toronto. It's had a couple weeks off, and as we head into today, not much to ask you about this matchup because it was so quick. So instead, I'm going to ask, when you guys started up scrims again, there was an update during the season. Do you feel the gun difference at all with the MCW and the Rival 9 changes?
Yes. Not a big fan of this meta because I feel like people get some BS kills now. They get some unlucky kills that they probably wouldn't have got before, especially with the 4-shot, like the 4-bullet kill. I think we're kind of still adapting to that because a lot of us, like in a negative way. I think if anything, it's helped us a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Pred's really enjoying this current battle. After watching that series, I want to ask you about the control. If we were to look at your guys' gameplay over the last month or so, that'd be the one where I'm like, it needs some improvement. What are you guys working on there in that game mode specifically?
I feel like control, we just let like certain things slip. I think we do like a lot of assuming in control instead of just like playing what's in front of us. So I feel like for right now, it's just kind of like I said, getting back to the swing of things, but also kind of like advancing what we were doing before and kind of nailing down like the fundies a little bit, because I feel like we slip up like even in that match we gave like free 2 ticks on A, which I think is pretty bad, but definitely something we're gonna go back and look at and fix.
I want to ask you as well, you've one of the very few players that have won back-to-back events.
I don't think so.
And you've done it a couple of times as well, so congratulations to you for that. For your teammates, though, how are you going to get them to be a part of that mindset, right, to accomplish a feat like that?
I think a lot of people like to overthink, especially when you come back and you kind of like, you just want to then you kind of throw some things away, like kind of not nitpick as much as you used to. I feel like for me, I'm always gonna nitpick and watch the VOD as much as I can. So for me, it's just getting my teammates still in that same mindset of like jobs not finished and making sure we're not slipping up even for scrims or whatnot. But I still think there's some maps and stuff that we need to work on. Like I said, invasion control, we just kind of slipped up there, and a few other maps. So for us, it's just kind of like getting our map pool to where we can play anything, and I think that's kind of the idea going into these qualifiers for us.
Kenny, what I found most impressive from your performance in Toronto was the fact that you took down the other big 3 in the top 4. Talk to me about these matchups. You went to a Game 5 against New York, a Game 5 against Atlanta, and a 4-0 over Toronto in the last matchup. So of those 3 opponents, who's the toughest for you guys right now?
I think it's easy to just say FaZe, just because they've had our number. But I think all the teams, any day can compete with each other. I feel like it's just kind of staying on top of things and minimalizing your mistakes. I feel like that's what we're working on right now, is kind of make sure we're still on the same page and not making too many mistakes, because the top teams will definitely they'll make those mistakes like bigger than what they are, even if they're small ones. So for me, it's like I said, staying on top of those things and getting better at what we're already good at.
Awesome stuff. Well, Kenny, we got to let you go. It is 7:15 here on the East Coast, and we will see you in 24
let's get
hours
this
and
shit
15 minutes for your
rolling.
next
Was that a long-ass interview?
That was the it was the longest interview.
That was a little
That
long.
interview never ended.
Nice series, boys.
I'm just like, look, I'm a PG.
At one point.
You know what I mean? That's what I realized.